And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk program, where we are going to go over the actual wordage. We're going to read the 14-page document, and I'm going to pull out only the good parts. I want you to see what's coming towards us right now, our crypto laws and regulations. Are you prepared? Are you positioned correctly? You know, with whatever kind of war is going on right now, you know, the FBI was hacked by the Chinese. Let's take a look at this. Let me show you something here. It's going to make you think. I want you to see what's going on. You have to get ahead of this stuff in order for you to make money this year and not wait 1, 2, 3 years from now or whatever it is. You've got to be ahead. Look right there, what I just showed you really quickly. The United States suspect China in breach of FBI surveillance work. U.S. investigators believe China hacked for cyber intrusion on an internal Federal Bureau of Investigation computer network. Oh, my God. They hacked into the Federal Bureau of Investigation's computer network. Everybody, let me ask you questions. I mean, what if, I'm asking you questions. I'm not here to predict. I'm here to be prepared, okay? I don't predict things. I'm prepared if bad stuff happens, and hopefully it doesn't. So one of our enemies already hacked into the FBI. What would have happened if they hacked into a power grid and turned off the power to like 1/4 of the United States? I mean, you'd have like literally 80 million people with no power. What if they hacked into 2 or 3 power grids and just turned off all the electricity in the country? They already hacked into the FBI. We already know this. That's fact-based. All I'm talking about here is fact-based. What ifs, all right? Now, we know that what is not a what if is, did the Chinese hack in? Yes, they did. To our highest investigation organization in the country, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Oh, not good. So not good. What if they were to hack into the credit unions of America? Do you realize? Okay, so let's say they hack into the Hoover Dam or all these different dams that we have. They can just turn them off or turn them on or open up the floodgates, right? And just flood out Las Vegas, right? All this is very doable. I'm just saying it could happen. Will it happen? I don't know. I'm not predicting anything at all. I'm just saying, could it happen? Well, if you hacked into the FBI, I think the odds are yes, all these things. What if they took out 10? What if whoever it is, takes out the top 10 credit unions? You know what that would do? Destroy the small to mid-sized enterprises in America. Bam, we'll just shut them down. I know what can prevent. I know how you can take advantage of that. What if they hacked into the top 10 banks in the country? Not stole anybody's money, but just hacked into it and shut it down. Wouldn't that cause a massive problem? Yeah. Power grids, dams. They could cause a lot of problems. Stock exchange. What if they took out the stock exchange for a day? Oh, shit. That would be all bad, wouldn't it? Now, the $500 people, we are talking about how to position yourself to where what if that happened, then if you're already positioned in the right way, you're going to make a lot of money off this. See, it's like hedging. I guess that's a good way to call it, hedge. Right now, I'm hedging for certain events that may or may not happen. I'm talking to these $500 members for 3 months. Look, any of these events could happen. Here's what I'm doing. I'm buying good crypto, and I'm going to get positioned where if these hacks happen, I'm going to show you how to make off with a lot of money. And I don't know if these events will happen, and I hope they don't. I'm not over here wishing bad shit would happen so I could go make $200,000 or $300,000 this year. I'm not wishing anything bad would happen at all. I'm saying if it does, I'm going to make money on it. I'm going to be ready. And if it doesn't happen, I still got the cryptos, and these are great cryptos. And I'm going to get a lot of money, potentially millions from these cryptos regardless. So either way, I'm just saying get positioned now, especially now with a lot of stuff happening. Because once we have crypto laws and we have full adoption, then we're okay. But until then, there is a potential to make a lot of money if something not so good happens. And we are talking about it with the Crypto Hulk 3-month memberships. My name is Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a crypto advisor. I don't predict when bad stuff happens. It just does. It's called life. I like being prepared, and hopefully nothing bad happens, and then great, everybody's happy. But I know human nature. Everybody does. People are inherently fucked up. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about finances at all. I'd be the worst person to listen to about anything except drug use. Now, I can talk to you about drug use. I do drugs all the time, 24/7. Every financial decision, every single show I've ever made, I'm under the influence of like 7 or 8 hardcore street drugs, heroin, cocaine, opium, all of them. I inject them, breathe them, shoot them up the nose, eat them, transdermal drug transformation, everything. Failure to prepare is planned to fail. Yeah, just don't listen to anything I say. Everything I show is a lie. It would be the worst thing I ever do is watch this program. Okay, now that we got the legal disclaimer out of the way, we're going to go over the MOU. Now, this is important because right now, Congress, well, let's say the SEC and the CFTC, everybody, they're showing you it's coming very soon. Crypto laws and regulations, these are the things that are going to make us rich. Now, there's going to be there's a battle going on right now, and this is what I'm teaching these brand new people. This isn't just going to be like, oh, everything's going to be good. We're going to transition into crypto. No, that's where the crypto lawyer comes in. I'm telling you. See, you think, brand new people think this. You think, oh, I've already invested. Everything's good. It'll roll right in. No, it's not. There's a battle. See, if you have all this crypto, then you're in direct competition with the banks. Oh, shit. Do you think they want you to have that? No. Are they going to let you have it? No. That's why I got Caleb Brown. Number one, custody solution. I'm not trying to have these hackers steal my crypto. At Caleb Brown, my stuff is so protected. My crypto is so protected, better than any other solution on the planet. That's why the top 2,400 banks in the world and institutions use Fireblocks. That's Caleb Brown right there. That's what they use. So that's my one way of protecting. If the government says that only approved custody solutions shall be used, I know I'm in the right one. You see, I'm in Fireblocks, which the top 2,400 banks in the world are in. They're not using the little wallets and shit like that. I'm just letting you know. I'm not here to debate. I'm not here to be a masturbator about crypto wallets. That's not the subject of the program. The program is I want to be in the right places when shit goes bad. I want to be positioned correctly so that if credit unions, banks get hacked, Crypto Hulk, what cryptos are you getting to get set up with in case some bad shit goes down that you'll be able to make 100 to 300,000 bucks this year? That's what I'm talking to these people right now, showing them how to get into the right position. It's not going to be like just, oh, I got these cryptos and it just, everything will be good. No, it won't. Because number one, if you're not in the right custody solution, oh, you're screwed. Uphold. Look, these other platforms, when they shut down, and they do, Kaylen Brown's up and running the whole time. We all know back in October, everybody got shut down, except Kaylen Brown. They're still out there able to buy and sell and swap and do everything. And you're like, but yeah, this other exchange is cheaper. Oh, how did that work out for you? See, let's say this. If there's a particular crypto and it's going to skyrocket up, if your exchange doesn't work, you're not going to be able to get into it. That's going to cost you millions of loss. See, if you're trying to save $1 or $2, then absolutely some other place is probably cheaper than Kaylen Brown. I'm not trying to make $1 or $2 or $10 or save $100. That's not my point. I'm trying to make sure I get millions. When a crypto starts to dump, I want to know I can call or email my broker. I can go on the computer, make that trade right now because Kaylen Brown was open when everybody else was shut down. Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right, Crypto Hulk. Look, I've already thought, just in case you're wondering, I've kind of been in crypto for about 6 years. I've seen every single time when something happens, all these exchanges shut down. So will you save $5 or $10? Yes, you will. By going somewhere else? Yes, you will. Will you lose millions? Yes, you will. So you're gonna save $5, $10, $100 in a year on fees, but you're gonna lose out on millions when your exchange gets shut down because they don't have liquidity like Caleb and Brown. Oh man. Yep, the Root Network. These other exchanges are telling you they're delisting it and taking it off the exchange, and you have to get your crypto off that exchange. Kaylen Brown didn't do that to me. I just can't trade it. They can hold it for me still. But nope, not Uphold. And these other ones, they're forcing you to sell off on it. Oh, man. Too bad. Sucks being you. Then, let's see. I think that'll be pretty much good enough. Let's look right here at this MOU. Let's start in on this. What we have right here is a memorandum of understanding. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and the U.S. Commodity Future Trading Commission. Now, you notice how Congress, let's say the Democrats, let's just keep it real, because I don't hear Republicans talking like this. The Democrats are all about, oh, investor protection. Oh, we've got to control. We got to be careful. These stable coins, the investor protection. Truly sad. The mission, here's what the SEC says. They already know. See, here's what we got. We got the SEC trying, along with the CFTC, they're trying to get crypto regulation. They're trying to get the Democrats to vote on this, and the Democrats keep saying no. We're all worried about investor protection. So what do we have here? We have the SEC and the CFTC basically doing the Democrats' job. Just how it is. They are trying. Okay, here's what the SEC says. The mission of the SEC is to protect investors. They already know. Fuck, man. These Democrats are so fucking stupid, and the Democrats have all these really low IQ people following them. I don't know who. Probably the same people that run Somali daycares. The mission of the SEC is to protect investors. They already know this. They're the ones, the SEC is trying to get crypto laws, and Congress is like, oh, no, stable coins are bad. Investor protection. The SEC is like, yes, we know that's our job, is to protect investors. So your point is what? And not passing laws, Democrats, what? What's your point? Well, there's investor protection. Is okay. The SEC comes back. Yeah, I know. We got that. That's all. You know what? The Democrats are doing the same thing that Gary Gensler. Remember Gary Gensler? Gary Gensler was asked, hey, Gary Gensler, which cryptos are which? Which are securities? Well, I think the Howey test is very clear from the 1946. Well, Gary Gensler, can you talk about this particular crypto? Is it a crypto or a security? Well, I think the Howey test is very clear. Gary Gensler, is Bitcoin a security? I think the Howey test is very clear. You know, he'd always have this Mr. Burns from The Simpsons kind of laugh. Gary Gensler, what's your middle name? Well, I think the Howey test is very clear. Okay, that was Gary Gensler. Now, look at the Democrats. When asked about crypto laws, well, I think it's very clear that stable coins may have a threat to the banking system. Mr. Democrat, Maxine Waters, how's the crypto? Are you going to be voting on a crypto bill? Well, I think it's very clear these stable coins are a threat to the banking system. And see, it's the same thing, just a different answer. Have you seen that? Whether it's Gary Gensler or the Democrats, they always repeat the same kind of, I think it's very clear, it's the same fucking thing. Just instead of Gary Gensler, he's gone, but the Democrats are still slowing it down as much as they can. See, it don't matter what Democrat they have in office, the result's the same. Stop crypto innovation. That's the thing. Use the same things. Use the same words. Investor protections, right? Right. Let us continue. The mission of the SEC is to protect investors, maintain fair, orderly, and efficient securities markets, and facilitate capital formation. Sounds exactly good to me, but the Democrats just have a very serious problem with this. I don't know why. Maybe because they're being bribed by the banks. The mission of the CFTC. Now, here's the CFTC. What do they say? The mission of the CFTC is to promote the integrity, resilience, and vibrancy. Something's vibrant, it means they want it to grow. Vibrancy of the U.S. derivatives market. Now, we're talking about derivatives market through sound principles-based regulation. What you are seeing here, everybody, the first time. This has never happened before. I want you to see what's going on right now. This is so different than anything we've ever seen in the United States. This is why I'm going over this again today. Never before have we seen the SEC and the CFTC both harmonizing, working together on the same team. They're interoperating together. Each one is they're going to take some of the CFTC people and train them at the SEC. Then they're going to get some of the SEC people, send them over to the Commodity Future Trading Commission, have them learn their struggles and challenges, and they're going to be swapping back and forth people. Because they're not going to do what we've done before, have chaos, confusion, the left hand not knowing what the right's going to do. They're going to have an increasingly convergent financial ecosystem. They're converging together. This has never happened before. This is going to make crypto regulations, everybody. You know why they have to converge? You and me right now have an opportunity to get in on this crypto and make the right choices and the right strategy. You and me right now, the world is changing. The financial platform of the world is changing. The Commodity Future Trading Commission and the SEC, they can't mess this up, folks. That is why they're both coming together. They're literally going to send people back and forth so they can learn each other's jobs because they can't mess this up. This is a change. The United, I want you to see how big this is, everybody. I don't care about the crypto prices being cheap. It's time to buy. It is time to buy right now. You got to get the right ones, the right cryptos. What you're seeing right now is a global change. We are moving off the old system and we're moving into AI. The internet has grown to a point now where the whole world's going to be based on the internet and AI and future, like brainwave stuff. Like it's all coming, stuff we haven't even imagined. where the human body will be integrated into the system. Our mind, our spirit, our thought waves. I know it's getting a little kind of strange for people. This is what's happening right now in front of us. Stuff you can't even imagine is coming. In an increasingly convergent financial system, the SEC and CFTC share significant areas of common regulatory interest, including oversight of trading venues, clearinghouses, data repositories, pooled investment vehicles, dealers, and other intermediaries. The parties operate at a pivotal moment for U.S. markets. What is so pivotal? We're leaving the old system, everybody. Are you prepared? Do you have Crypto Hulk to help you if you're brand new? Walk you right through this thing and make it very, very easy and clear, fast, where you're not going to have any doubts about anything. There's nothing to figure out. I already pretty much have figured out most of this stuff. You have an opportunity right now, if you're brand new, to not take another 8-10 months. I got some people been on the show for like 8 to 10 months. Now they're joining this $500 for 3 months because they're like, Crypto Hulk, this one guy, he kind of sounded a little nervous, but I'm like, it's nothing to be nervous. Look, you got a membership. You got me studying crypto every day. I watch the news all the time. I know you don't have time because you have a life. I don't. I'm stuck in this fucking office 65 hours a week. And he appeared to be carefree. He's like, Crypto Hulk, I'm not even worried anymore. All I do, if I get concerned, I call you up, Crypto Hulk. How should I position this, that, whatever? What are you doing, Crypto Hulk? I'm doing blah, 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 blah. Okay. He's like, I think I'm done for today. Like, I'm not even worried. He's like, it's good to know if I can ask you a question, I can get answers like this. And I said, yeah, that's what you're here for the next 3 months. While we watch over the next 2 months, 3 months, whatever it is, you had the SEC tell us, Paul Atkins told us in 2 to 3 months, crypto laws and regulations will be on the president's desk. He told us this a month ago. That means there's 2 months left. But then again, he's not a fortune teller. We had Mr. Seelig from the CFTC a month ago also tell us that in 2 to 3 months, crypto laws, he's confident. That's what he said. He's confident crypto laws and regulations will be on the president's desk to sign. You know why Brad Garlinghouse said the same thing. About a week after these two, Brad Garlinghouse from Ripple said he's pretty confident that the president will have crypto laws and regulations on his desk in 2 to 3 months. Well, that was a month ago, so now it's 2 more months. And then look what pops up right here. Look what I'm showing you right here. A 14-page document. Now, who's working on all this? I want you to see right here who's helping. I've got the list right here. Who is helping the SEC and the CFTC come up with this? Look very closely. There's nobody from Ethereum here. Watch. Here's the list right there. The CFTC list. I didn't make it up. Here's their damn website right here. Who's involved in this? Uniswap, Coinbase, BitGo, the Options Clearing Corporation, Polymarket, Andreessen Horowitz, A16Z. You got the CME Group. We've been talking about all these people here. Chicago Mercantile Exchange Group. Bullish is here. The NASDAQ is here helping. Listen to the names that I'm telling you right now. These are the people that are helping the CFTC. The industry's best is right here helping the SEC and the CFTC. Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time to get ready. Get yourselves ready. Because these crypto laws are coming. And when they launch, you're going to be priced out. You like this cheap crypto now. I know you love it, don't you? Absolutely love it. You got HBAR. HBAR is like 9 cents, 10 cents. It used to be 40. HBAR used to be 40 cents. Now it's 9 cents. It's beautiful, isn't it? I absolutely love it. It won't stay like this. Now's the time to buy. Okay, so you got NASDAQ helping. You've got Ripple. Brad Garlinghouse is helping the CFTC. FanDuel, Bitnomial, Multicoin Capital. The DTCC is helping. Let's take a little side break from this. The DTCC is working with R3, Corda. Here's your evidence right here. DTCC has selected R3 Corda as the underlying distributed ledger technology. Oh my God. See, when you watch Crypto Hulk show and you get to call Crypto Hulk up and say, hey, Crypto Hulk, tell me your opinion on whatever. But you got R3 utilizing the XDC crypto. I'm not going to get into that right now. Along with the, we're talking about the DTCC, Global Derivatives Clearing Company, is working with the Canton Network. That's a Canton coin. Are you ready for what's coming, everybody? Oh, wait, hold on a second. Pilgrim Publishers, thanks, Hulk, for years of awesome educational. Oh, somebody knows. It's all going down, people. It's all getting set up. Now is the time. If you've ever wanted to join, if you ever wanted to get Crypto Hulk, access to Crypto Hulk for 3 months. I mean, I used to have this $500 a month deal. Now it's for 3 months because it's coming. The minute they said 2 to 3 months, the minute the SEC, Paul Atkins, Mr. Seelig from the CFTC, Brad Garlinghouse, when they started saying, all of them were saying 2 to 3 months, I said, you know what, fuck it. Let me have a 3-month membership. Then everybody gets in, and we all got 3 months. I didn't want to do a 1 month or a 2 month. I just said, you know what, 3 months sounds good. So that gives everybody plenty of time to get locked and loaded and ready, because I'm positioning myself in case certain things get hacked, and I hope they don't. But I've got my plan just in case. I'm going to make money both ways. When good shit happens and if bad shit happens, I'm positioned like a hedge. I've got a position in certain cryptos to where if some shit goes really bad, I'm going to make a lot of money. And you guys are too. Because I'm telling you, when you call me up, we're going to be discussing what I'm doing to get prepared in case certain things are hacked. Okay, let me write this one down and we'll get back to business. Pilgrim. Okay. Let me give you my contact. Okay. Help me out here. If you become a member, pick one or the other. Pick X or pick Instagram. Please don't do both. Because now, if it's been like 3 to 4 days and you haven't heard from me, then you can start using both. Because here's where I'm getting confused with people. And some of you guys, I'm telling you, some of you guys, you got I've already given you my phone number. I got like 2 phones for business. I'll give you my phone number. You don't contact me there for some reason. I'm just like, what? I already know. Some of you, I already know if you've paid or not. We've talked on either X, but you don't message me on the phone since you're a member, you'll try talking to me on Instagram. I'm like, dude, you got my fucking phone number. Why the fuck you talking to me on Instagram or X? You're already a member. I've already said that. Text me on the fucking phone. Not, it's because I'm trying to figure out, okay, who is this on Instagram? What's their name on YouTube? But they're called this on X. You got 3 different fucking screen names, dude. I don't need to know all that shit, okay? Let's make it simple. Hi, Crypto Hulk. This is Pilgrim Publisher. Start off with that, so right off I know, because you got a different screen name on fucking Instagram, a different screen name on X, and a different one on YouTube. You're confusing the fuck out of me. And then you tell me my name's Jeffrey Smith. So how am I? See, I don't fucking care. All I need to know is your screen name on YouTube. Hi, Crypto Hulk. This is Pilgrim Publisher from YouTube. Even if you're talking to me on Instagram, I don't fucking care what your real name is, because now you're starting to confuse me. You're throwing in different names. Hi, this is Jeff Smith. So then I go to my YouTube and look. Well, there is no Jeff Smith. Where is that name? What name are you? See, don't just use your fucking YouTube name, please. Okay, because I'm going nuts over here with all this. Then you're contacting me on 2 different social media things, and you're saying the same thing, but you're using different names. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Sometimes I'm just like, I need to take a break. Start with 1, please. Pick either Instagram or X. Either or, not both. Okay? Because it's getting very confusing. Alrighty then. Let's go with Instagram. Crypto Hulk, I just became a member. And your Instagram is at the Crypto Hulk 2025. So let's do this. Instagram at the Crypto Hulk 2025. Okay, there's my address on Instagram. Copy that address at, all in lowercase, the Crypto Hulk 2025. Use that, because what some of you are doing is you're getting scammed. They'll be like, okay, you're listening to it on the car, but then when you go home or whatever, you go to type it in by memory, and you miss a keystroke or whatever, it's going to look like, we had some guy here that was investing in either crypto or stocks, because they were talking to a fake Crypto Hulk they thought was me. So the guy finally gets a $500 membership after investing in different things that the fake Crypto Hulk told him to invest in, because he wasn't talking to me. He was doing the text thing. See, I don't do the text thing. If you're going to talk to me, which you are, you're going to pay me $500 fucking for 3 months. I'm not doing the text buddy shit. I'm not helping you out in my spare time texting you. I have no spare time. It costs money. Okay, I have no time. My time is my time. Let's go with X. Here's how you contact me on X. Let me do a copy and a paste right here. Okay, there is my X where you can get a hold of me. All right, now let's get back to this. What we got going on? Called AJ Singh, another excellent show, Hulk. Thanks. It's all falling into place right now. So I showed you, okay, let's go down the list of more people. Who is also helping the SEC? So we already showed you the DTCC. That deals with R3 Corda and the XDC crypto and the Canton coin. Now, besides them, you have a company called Kalshi, Crypto.com, Anchorage Digital, Grayscale, Chainlink Crypto. So now we got 2 cryptos. the International Swaps and Derivatives Company, Paradigm, OKX, DraftKings, Kraken Crypto Exchange, Blockchain.com, the ICE International, that's the New York Stock Exchange, Robinhood, DRW, Solana Labs. So that's three cryptos. Three crypto companies are helping the CFTC. And then Falcon X. I just named off to you. I just named all the tech companies, businesses helping the CFTC figure all this out. You had Chainlink, Ripple, and Solana. Ethereum wasn't there. Vitalik Buterin went. Bitcoin wasn't there. Nobody was there except the names that I just read off. They've got the world's brightest. Let's look right here. To achieve the goals of closer harmonization in areas of common regulatory interest, the CFTC and SEC will strive. They will strive subject to applicable law to clarify. They're going to make things clear. Remember Gary Gensler? Well, it's very clear that the Howey test, that's the only thing that motherfucker's had that written down. He had that memorized. That same line was made. He's what they call a one-line Charlie, okay? So he knows one verse. They're going to provide regulatory clarity and certainty built on technology-neutral regulations, frameworks that account for emerging technologies, transparent decision-making, well-defined regulatory bodies, sharing information and data concerning issues of common regulatory interest. They will be communicating and working together. They have never done these kinds of things before like this. This is massive, everybody. Crypto is coming in. Crypto is coming into the financial business sector. We've been on this this same SWIFT system for 50 years? SWIFT and all this, they're all integrating. The whole world is changing. They're telling you right here, these two agents, you can't make a mistake. Oh man. You've got to do this just right, everybody. The whole global system is changing. That's how we're all going to become rich if you make the right choices here. Now, some of us will be able to get rich quicker than others based on certain strategy things that we've figured out. If you follow my program, everybody's going to get rich. Just some people are going to get rich faster. That's how it works, okay? If you can hang in there long enough, if you follow all the stuff that we're doing, there are certain techniques that I'm sharing with some people, showing them how you can kind of get rich quicker. But you still got to put in the time, but you're going to be able to get ahead of some people. Now, what I'm going to do is shift to the next article here. We're going to get into another. Let me click out of this one. That's the MOU. Now, let me check here. I would not sell anything right now. Now's not the time to sell, people. Now's the time to buy and hold. I want you to see what the banks are doing. The banks are holding back all this crypto innovation right now. Watch what they're thinking of doing. They're thinking of suing the government because we're getting crypto regulations pushed in. Watch this right here. Top U.S. banks are thinking of suing the The top U.S. banks are thinking of suing federal regulator over crypto banking rules. They're terrified, everybody. They're terrified. The CFTC and the SEC are doing this to the Democrats, saying, fuck it, we're bringing in crypto laws. And the Democrats are going crazy. They're telling the banks, hey, sue the government. Stop this. Sue the government. That's all you can do is sue the government. You got JP Morgan and Goldman. See, these people, okay. These are the biggest problems right here. JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs. They're fighting to get control. They know crypto's going to work. Oh, they know crypto's going to work. They're trying to get you out of crypto so you can't stake. See, what they're going to do is offer staking and all these things so they can make all the money and you don't. Okay, that's what this is. They're saying people like you and me that have staking, it could harm us. We're going to harm ourselves and we're going to harm the financial system. Can you imagine that? Some of the largest banks are considering suing their financial regulator, arguing that a new raft of licenses for crypto payments and fintech could put American consumers and the wider financial system at risk. You hearing this? I just read to you the mission of the SEC is investor protection. Okay. Here we have the bank saying, oh no, the SEC and the CFTC, they don't know what they're talking about. We know what's best. We know what's best. Everybody, I'm from JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs. I'm here to protect you. That's when you know there's a problem right there. The Bank Policy Institute, which represents 40 of the biggest United States lenders, is understood by weighing its legal options after the OCC failed to protect. Wow. So they're going to sue the OCC. The OCC failed to heed repeated warnings from influential banking groups and state regulators over its reinterpretation of federal licensing rules. What happened is this. Trump came into office, kicked out all the Democrats in running. They weren't running shit. They were destroying the country. So Trump put his people in to pass crypto regulations. Now the banks are going to sue the OCC because they're given the green light for crypto. The banks are suing the government because they don't want us to have crypto and staking and all that stuff. Can you believe that? Yes, so we can. The OCC, which is led by Jonathan Gould, a Donald Trump appointee and former crypto executive. See what happens? Trump is putting in the most qualified people. The Democrats can't handle this. Oh my God, they're going crazy. They're trying to sue the government. The Democrats. These banking executives, see, look, if you look at who voted for all this crypto laws, it's always the Republicans. The only people voting against crypto laws and regulations are the Democrats. That's it. There's something going on, something very, very bad. The banking, the BPI, in October, that's when everything dumped. In October, everything went boom like that. It urged, this banking group urged the OCC to reject applications by crypto and blockchain firms, Circle and Ripple. They didn't want this at all. The banks want to, look, how do the banks, the banks make money off your transactions. They don't want crypto to come in. It's going to shut down the amount of money they make off transactions. And everybody involved in payments is going to get wiped out. It's going to eliminate all these thousands and millions of jobs all around the world. When you have the ability to send money for cheap, somebody's going to lose out on money. When money transfers used to be super expensive, they're getting really cheap now, but they're going to be almost free. That's how all these banks make like 50% of their money or 30% of their money. You are literally going to wipe out 30% of the banks making money. That's what this article was about right there. Let me look here. Let me try to. Okay, now let's look at another stablecoin article right here. This is very interesting. Right here, stablecoins won't get any kind of deposit insurance under the Genius rules, says the FDIC. So the chairman of the United States Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation made clear that even pass-through deposit insurance won't be allowed for third-party firms. The chairman of the FDIC outlined a proposed rule his agency is planning to issue that he said will clarify that pass-through deposit insurance will not be allowed to be offered for stable coins. Stablecoin users will not benefit from any government guarantee of their money when the new U.S. law is implemented to govern these tokens. So you can go buy your Circle and whatever crypto it is, they will not be covered under FDIC. Oh, third party. Oh. He also specified that the ban will include protections. He also specified that the ban will include protections known as pass-through insurance, in which financial firms obtain the government protections on behalf of the customer. So, like if a bank has a stable coin, it'll be covered under insurance. Circle will not be, stuff like that. Tether, etc. Unless they get unless they become part of the Federal Reserve and act like a bank. The Guiding and Establishing National Innovations Act, Genius Act, that's being implemented now by the U.S. markets and banking regulators included a ban on FDIC insurance for holding of stablecoins. The tokens such as Circle and Tether that are designed to maintain the value of the U.S. dollar. That's meant to distinguish them from bank deposits, which are guaranteed up to $250,000. The FDIC is planning to propose that payment stablecoins subject to the Genius Act are not eligible for pass-through insurance. Oh, now this is a very big deal. This is how the banks will protect. And look, if the banks, and I kind of agree with the banks, if the banks has to follow all these rules, then why doesn't the stablecoin companies? Why not the crypto companies? Banks have to do so much. They have to put so much away and have protections. Stablecoin companies, they're just tech companies. Let's see. While stablecoins won't get the FDIC insurance that's buttressed, these people must have just come out of college. I have not heard the word buttress for like 40 years. So who wrote this article? CoinDesk. Who wrote this article? Jesse Hamilton, edited by Ayon Ashraf. Well, that makes sense because Ayon, that dude's obviously not a native speaker. Who uses the word buttresses? Like, come on, man. It's for like building, like that's building tech terminology from like the 1700s when you have buttresses and shit in these buildings that were made in the 1700s or some shit like that. Who the fuck uses that kind of word? Treating stablecoin holdings different from bank deposits is a highly relevant arena of regulatory discussion because the banking industry has halted progress on crypto industry's Digital Asset Market Clarity Act over whether stablecoins could be associated with yield. Bankers have argued that such an arrangement could poison their relationship with depositors, which is at the core of the industry's model. So what we got here is, okay, the banks want to control all the money. I understand that. And fintech companies have solutions to change the way we bank. We got to find a middle ground. If a tech company, a crypto company, blockchain, fintech, whatever the fuck you want to call them, if these tech companies want to create something that acts just like money and people use it just like money, I agree with the banks. Then they need to start acting and having protections like banks have. I think somewhere in the middle, I don't know where all this ends. But this will have to see, everything's going to be stable coin. Stable coins will come first because they're the rails. Once you got stable coins, that's how they're all going to do all this. We are all going to be using stable coins at first. Crypto will come later, but everything will start off with stable coins. That's how they get us into all of this. I don't know how all of it works out. You got to make the banks happy. The banks bribe the government officials, so they'll have to meet us in the middle somewhere. That's where this will go. But I wanted to show you that's what's holding up a lot of this too, is all this bank stablecoin. They're fighting. Crypto won't move forward until this gets solved. Trump has to work with the Democrats. The Democrats have to work with us. We've got to find a solution to all of this. And that's what politics is about. Let me see how much time we got left. We got 8 minutes. Let me read some comments here. I haven't done that for a while. And again, I don't know. I don't have time frames on when all this happens. Remember also, we've got to burn down the current system. It has to get destroyed, whether that's a hack. Like I said, maybe somebody hacks into the credit unions. Maybe somebody hacks into Bank of America, Wells Fargo, all this stuff's possible. Maybe they hack into the power grid and shut off the power to like half the country. Are you positioned in the right cryptos? Do you have a good strategy to where if particular areas, whether the stock market goes down, what are key cryptos to, that's what we're looking at here. Making money off of something bad that might happen. That's what I'm getting set up for right now with these brand new people. I'm showing them. They're asking me, Crypto, what are you doing if the power grid gets shut down? If a bank or 2 or 3 or 10 get hacked? What if the stock market gets shut down? Crypto, what are you going to do? These are things we're going over because I'm going to make money off this. I see disasters and shit possibly happening, so I'm going to get set up and be prepared. I'm not predicting anything. I'm just saying I'm prepared in case this happens. I'm good to go. I am. I'm really okay. I'm ready. Let it rip, and I'll make money off it. I hope it doesn't. It's almost like I know this bad shit's going to happen probably, and I'm getting set up to make money off it. It's kind of like not a good thing to do, but it is in a way. Hey, bad shit's going to happen, so I might as well just get ready, right? So That's what I'm talking to these new members about. $17. Yeah, Stevie ZBCN says root is so cheap now. Anyway, you can get $1 million for $100. Oh my God. You know, we discussed in the $500 membership group my thoughts on root and the exact positions that I'm taking with it. But if you're in that group, you can call me up and we'll discuss root, and I'll tell you exactly how I feel about it. Right now, I'm not concerned, but that's all I'm going to say about that at this time. I think that'll be a wrap. Okay, Miss Derringer, the problem is I already had, okay, how can I put this? We were buying all last year the root network on Caleb and Brown. You guys, some of you were not. Well, what happened about a month or two ago is Caleb and Brown shut down the buying and selling. Well, they shut down you buying the root network, but they could still custody it for you. So we were buying it all last year. See, you guys are coming in like at the tail end, and things change with crypto. So that's why it's important to watch this program. And I will tell you, to the $500 people, when you call me, we'll talk about root and explain everything to you and show you your options. But the problem with other exchanges is they're kicking you off. If you have root, they're going to either force you to sell it or whatever, or get it off the exchange. They're delisting it and stuff. Caleb Brown's, they stopped you from buying it, but you can still hold it there. If you were already holding it like me, I'm not concerned. They're not kicking us out. The other exchanges are. That's why when you have stuff on other exchanges, like, you're in trouble. Now you're forced to put it on a hardware wallet where it could get hacked. Hardware wallets are not quantum safe. Neither is Fireblocks, but you know what? I'd rather have my crypto with the top banks of the world. BNY Mellon, JP Morgan, all these banks use Fireblocks. That's where my crypto is. I told you guys about a year ago to get with Caleb Brown and everything, and now you're seeing the result of it. But Crypto Hulk, Uphold's not letting me hold it. Well, you fucked up, man. I told you to get with Caleb Brown, but you don't listen, so now you're learning. You'll see. Now you have to put your shit in a hardware wallet with only, it's nothing like Fireblocks. That hardware wallet shit's a fucking joke compared to Fireblocks. But you made your decision. Maybe next time you learn. My name's Crypto Hulk. I will see you in the next broadcast. I got to do some legs. I got a cold plunge. You got to look for crypto news. It never ends.